Okay, so I was just talking about. I was just now, not so long ago. I was just scrolling by, and then I saw where they have like people were talking about concerning people were talking about relationship. I guess whether if you guys get divorced, are you supposed to give them your money, or are they supposed to give you your money? So let's start coming from a 33-year-old. Period. So, and these are grown folks. They were having a conversation. So from that, and a few days ago, I came across this ad, and that talks about prenup, and the prenup that they talk about, it's pretty much it's like this website. I don't know whether it's a legal website or it's like a website where it's like they hold like where it's like it's a contest where it's like if you enter your information, you get to win a free wedding. Like they get to host your wedding for you, and it's for free. And I see prenup, and I was like, huh, interesting. And then again, I was like, man, I don't know. Do I really? I don't really think I'm interested, or I really did not really get into it. But now let's come talk about it. So, and I'm not declaring this upon my life, and I'm not declaring this upon my marriage, but for someone that's not yet married but soon to be married, okay. So this is my intake on that situation concerning marriage. I believe, based upon this, is also kind of based upon the things that I have seen, the people that I have talked to, and just the way that I see life and the culture that I was raised upon. The culture that I was raised upon, pretty much, I came from Africa. When a man, back then, I don't know about now, but well, now things have changed in Africa, but back then, when things don't work out, the man will send the wife away, and and then they will go to their family members. Hey, we no longer want this person. We no longer want this person gonna go their way. If the man is generous enough, the man will say, hey, you get to keep this house, or I will give you a property. Live your life. It's yours forever. Goodbye. May God bless you. Right? And so forth. That's what I recall, and that's what I remember growing up as a child in Africa. And I'm talking about child as in 6, 7, 8, and so forth. Okay, because I came here when I was, I'm not gonna say, but okay. So for me, marriage, it's not about, because I see this a lot in this country, where it's like people are like, well, if he's rich, I want all of his money. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. If he's rich, yes, he's gonna spend money on me. But I don't wanna hold on to his money. Because number one, I don't wanna be that type of person. Same thing. So let's say if a guy come across my way and they see me and they're like, hey, I'm gonna help you better your life. I'm gonna sponsor you A, B, C, and D, and they sponsor me, they help me get my stuff. And now let's say it's the day of the wedding, and now they're like, okay, well, we're gonna sign prenups, and which is your money is your money, my money is my money. I would be happy as hell, because at the end of the day, good. Your money is your money, and my money is my money. However, while we're married, if he decided to spend money on me, and like he do the spending while we are married, he do all the spending on whatever the situation is. I don't mind. I'm not a stingy person as a woman. I'm the type of person that I also like to spend too. It's not just you. But let's say he spent a lot on me. He buy the house. He buy me a house. He said this is yours and it's mine. Do you understand me? And now, mind you, before we did get married, he says sign the prenup. So now let's say now the house is mine. So that means that if we do get married, whatever gift that he may have given me, it's mine. And whatever gift I may have given him, it's his. Doesn't make sense to me, because it's a lot of women here, and I know a lot of people may not agree with me, but I believe if you married into a man and they have, let's say they have more than you, they have like millions of dollars, and you only have like $1. I'm just saying, and you married into them when you were broke, and that person helped you out. I believe you're supposed to let that person go, if because you got to remember, we can use Abraham and Sarah for instance. I forgot the servant's name that gave birth to Ishmael. I forgot her name. When Abraham sends her away. I think I'm not 100% sure. I probably need to do my research, but Abraham sent her away, and she was crying, and the Lord was like, "Listen, man, I'm going to bless your hands. And the Lord used her situation and bless her through that. You understand? The Lord used that situation and bless her all the way, because the Lord was just like, listen, I'm not going to just allow you to just go to be out here broke. It's the same thing, I believe, when it comes to parents. Like, let's say if two parents have a child, if both parents work righteously with God, both parents are living righteously with God, that means if the woman that is with the child, don't get me wrong, the Lord is going to watch out more for the woman. But you, the man, don't think and don't believe that God has forgotten about you, because you also matter in the child's life. And this is where I told my son's father, I told him, and I'm not going to lie, I said, you're really, really not smart one bit. Because a lot of men get mad, oh, because the woman, you got to understand, like for me, for instance, the woman is sacrificing, dealing, waking up, changing every single thing. It's hard for the woman. So yes, the woman deserves more when it comes to children if both parties decided to separate. But you as a man, if you keep doing what you need to do, take care of your child, God will increase your hand. God will bless your hands. God will multiply your hands. And it's a lot of bitter men out here. They're very bitter, and they're wondering like, why is it that I always pay? You don't do nothing. Like, you don't know the things, the headache, the pain, the sacrifice that woman go through. Even if you have the child for 1 day, that's just 1 day, 2 days, that's just 2 days. It's the women that have been there. Like for me, I have been there through thin and thin, like literally thin and thin for my son through hospital. Even when I was living with his dad, I've been there with him when I was living with his dad. His dad would not even get up and, for us to go to the hospital. I have to catch Uber. I have to catch Uber to take this child when he was a baby to the hospital. And then when I did have a car, I would use my car to take this child in the middle of the night. And I would be crying on my way to the hospital like, bro, this is your child too. And then there are lots of foolish men out here. They be getting mad. Why is it that the Lord is not blessing me? How come you get to have a house? How come you get to have food in your table? Because, excuse me, I'm doing my part, what I'm supposed to do to take care of this child. Is it easy? No. I believe it's the same thing for marriage. For marriage, if you came into the relationship and you see that the man have millions of dollars, it is not your money, because you don't know the type of sweat that he went through. You don't know the type of things that he may have experienced. I believe, and that this is why it's also important to marry the right person too. Because at the end of the day, if things don't work out, if he decided to say, you know what, she was there with me when I did not have anything. She was there with me when I did not, when I was signing those contracts. She was there with me when she was doing A, B, C, and D. I'm going to give her half because I decided to give her half. I'm going to bless her with A, B, C, and D. If he decided to, that's fine. Same thing with the woman. If the man was there, if the man was there, he helped her out, he cleaned her up, and so forth. And she decided, like, you know what? Even though I may be mad or upset or bitter, I don't know, man. Because whatever the situation may be, hopefully things will end up in a peaceful way, because I'm a type of person, I like to end things in a peaceful way, because I might need you tomorrow, you might need me tomorrow. But let's say things end up in a peaceful way or not so peaceful way. At the same time, I kind of feel like you need to also be grateful for the person, for the things that they have done for you. And I'm not saying that they have every right over you, or because I help you fix your teeth, so you owe me, let's say now the woman make like close to $1 billion or close to $1 trillion than the man, or the man, or they both make the same, or they both have more, or they almost close, whichever way. It's not for the person to be like, well, you must give me this because I help you sign that contract, because I kind of feel like if you have your money, it's your money. It is your money. You work hard for it. Your name is in it. You go your way and live your life. Be with whoever that you want to be with. Marry whoever that you want to marry. Stay with whoever that you want to stay with. If you want to be with a new partner, you want to be with a new person, go ahead. The only thing I request, and that's something that my mom always said. My mom, before she passed away, she did not care about the properties. She did not care about any of that. And that's why I'm basing my conviction upon this, because my mother did not care about any properties that my dad have. But one thing that she did say, she said, I met him when he did not have anything. He don't owe me nothing. All he owed me is to come and divorce me, and I move on with my life. That's all she wanted, was to get divorced and live peacefully with her life. She did not care about the property that he has. She said, all I want him to do is for him to give you my children what he owned me. Because he owned me. So if I don't want nothing, I want him to give to you because he owe you now. And I'm standing up on that. I don't want any of my dad's properties, but he do owe me. Because I even told my dad, I said, I don't need nothing from you. But however, you are going to give whatsoever that you owe my mother, you're going to give to me. And you are going to give to my kids because I don't want nothing from you. And I told him, I said, hey, give my son. And I believe, I told him, I said, hey, don't give it to me, give it to my son. Let him have the land, let him have the properties, or give it to my future children. Whatever the situation is. Because at the end of the day, I don't need nothing from you. Because if I get the help that I get the help or whatever, I'm going to make my own. I'm going to buy my own properties. I'm going to have my own. I believe that strongly, that I am going to have my own. I don't need to rely on anybody. And it's so funny when it comes to divorce and prenup and all of these things. There are people out here killing other people for stuff. Like, whatever the situation is, if you say that, like if you get a prenup or whatever the situation is, it's like, I believe that you should, like, the other person is supposed to take care of their kids. And that's the way the African system is. When the person dies, you pass on to your children. You share it equally to your kids. You take care of your children, make sure that they're good. And I don't like the fact that people are out here tripping. I made her do this. I take care of the kids. Like, you did what you were supposed to do as a man, and she did what she was supposed to do as a woman. And I'm saying this because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a woman. And sometimes the ears will come. The ears will say, I'm not interested in any man to do anything for me. If you decided to help me, and I was always like that, even when I was dating guys, I don't want you to do anything for me. Unless if you have the conviction, like, hey, here's $500, go do your hair. Here's this, go do shopping. I will take it because you giving it to me. But you're not obligated to do anything for me. If you decided to, yeah, same thing. No man is obligated. I'm not obligated to do anything. But if I go to the store, I see a nice watch, I'm going to buy it for you. If I go to the store, I see a nice anything, or whether it's a watch, whether it is a watch, whether it is perfume or sneakers, that I'm like, man, he will look good in it, or better yet, boxes, I'm going to get it for that person because I want to. And people out here in this, I see this a lot, and especially growing up, I see people out here fighting. He owe me this. He must give this. Like, listen, if the court says, hey, you got to pay alimony monthly for what? If you as a man, if you see a person is struggling, same thing when it comes to child supports. You as a man, nobody should be asking you for any money. You're supposed to give freely for your child, so that your child can have you. You're not supposed to worry whether the woman eat it. That's her conviction. That's her and God. If she, like, let her use the money wisely. If she's going to use it, if she's going to spend the money foolishly, that's her business. That's between her and God. You doing the right thing. I see a lot of foolish people, men and women. They out here, like, I see, like, especially when you deal with these celebrities, these girls are getting $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month for one child or two child, and I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? And they're spending on foolish things, and I'm like, bro, this life is really unfair. Because you spending this amount of money, I'm not gonna, because I'm like, there's no way. You spending this amount of money on what? So that your friends can be like, kumbaya. Don't get me wrong, as a woman, yes, take care of you. But you got to understand that the child needs you too. The way that this system is set up, and I'm not against, listen, everybody is everybody, because you may not agree with me, but, like, listen, okay? For me, I should not rely on my son, father, to, like, because if I really have my way, I promise you, I will not even rely on his money, because I don't need his money. Even the time when I was working, I did not even need his money. But when it got hard, I was advised, do this. And I was like, okay, and it's actually paying off. And even that, it's not really doing anything for me. Because I could have been making way more a month if I was working, way more every single month. But yet the Lord is seeing me, watching me, and He's taking care of my hands. He's taking care of my need. He's taking care of my every single thing. And there are people out here, and these men, they feel like, oh, because I give you 100, 200, 550 bucks, like now I'm doing, like, you're selfish. Same thing. If you get divorced, you say that, okay, you know what, let me try to set her up so that she can be good for a long time. And you know that you have a lot. Set that person up. Let them be okay. But you don't gotta pay monthly. Again, I'm not against child support. I'm not against alimony. I'm not against any of that, because some people, yes. But for me, I would like for him to have what he has, and I would like for me to have what I have. Because I don't want to argue with you. At the end of the day, go your way, be peaceful, and may God bless you, and may God be with you. But at the same time, I'm not encouraging divorce, and I'm not encouraging anything like that. I would like to have a mutual conversation privately. You do this, you do that. May God bless you. May God bless you that. I don't like chaos and I don't like kumbaya. However, if I do need help, I will call you in the future. Is that okay? Yes. You can call me whenever you need help, but not all the time though. No problem. Respect. Boundaries. Move on. Period. Again, I don't encourage divorce. So this is just my 2 cents. I don't know what you guys think, and if you guys probably want to curse me out or beat me up, I will beat you up too. I'm just joking. Thank you for listening. This is a Lima podcast. God bless you. Bye.